calculating the stresses in the beams, and that topic is there, that is identifying the stresses. I'll tell you that today. Before that, you see it in the phones only because we don't have this projector connection. I'll just go sit there. I'll just explain it from there. Okay, so today's topic is finding out the state of stresses in a particular member in a structure. ఏం చేస్తున్నారు చాక్లెట్లు తింటున్నారా So finding out the state of stresses in a member. So in a material, we have the permissible limits in stresses. So the maximum permissible limit depends upon the type of the member and type of the structure. The limits will be there. For slabs, it will be 1, and for columns, for beams, and for footings, everything will be there that we are going to calculate. Now, first of all, how to calculate these stresses is required, and using the software where we can see this stress. So first you should know how to calculate the stresses. So for this, if you take an example of a simply supported beam or a fixed beam, or a cantilever beam. You can take anything over here like this. Okay, this is the beam. And now this beam, let us take this beam size as some 300 mm, and this is 500 mm. Okay, 300 by 500 is the beam size, and its length of the beam is, let us take 3 meters, and it is having a uniformly distributed load of 10 kilonewton per meter. It is having a uniformly distributed load of 10 kilonewton per meter. So for this, you can find the state of stresses in the beam anywhere. The corner stresses, you can calculate the stress at this point, you can calculate the stress at this point, you can calculate the stress at this point, at this corner, at the center, or at this x distance, or this side, this face, or the top face, or the intermediate face, or anywhere in between the material, you should be able to find the stresses. So this, how to find out the stress values is from the formula m by I is equals to F by Y. This is the basic equation that we know. So from this, you can find out the stress value, that is F equals to M into Y, M by I into Y, where we know that Z equals, section modulus Z equals to I by Y. Section modulus Z equals to I by Y. So here in this equation, it is Y by I, so it will be F is equals to M by Z, right? M by Z and I by Y. M by Z, right? So section modulus Z, how do you calculate I value? If you say B equals to, breadth equals to 300 and depth equals to 500, so we know that I equals to B D cube by 12, right? So then you know what is Y? Y equals to D by 2. D by 2 means at what location you are finding out the stress? D by 2 means Y by D by 2 means where, at what location you are finding out? At the center?
Neutral axis.
Okay. So from this, you know these parameters and these formulas. Now you find out the bending. You know how to calculate the bending moment, right? M value. What is the formula for to calculate the M value? WL square by WL square by 12. 12 is at the ends and 24 at the center. So at the center, we'll take WL square by, if it is at the center, that is bending moment value. So here you can calculate M value. M equals to, for fixed beam, it is W L square by 24 at the center, and at the end it is W L square by 12. Okay, so W L square by 24 and you can find out the value, how much it is. So you know the span length is 3 meters and W is 10. So 10 into 3 square by 24. How much is it? 9, 90 by 24. 3 square is 9, 9 into 10 is 90, 90 by 24. 90 by 24 is how much? Huh? 3.75 units kilonewton meter. So this is the bending moment that you got. So from this bending moment, if you convert that into mm, you have to multiply with 1000. So this is going to if you convert into Newton, then it is going to be 3.75 into 10 power 6 Newton mm. Okay, Newton mm. Now you know the I value. I equals to BD cube by 12. That is B is 300, D is 500 cube by 12. You will get a value, and then Y equals to 500 by 2. That will give you 250 mm. And I value is how much? I value. No, tell me I value first. Hmm? 3125 into 10 power 6. What are the units? Mm power 4. Now tell me what is Z value. Z is nothing but I by Y, and how much is that? 250. 3125 into 10 power 6 divided by 250. 12.5 into 10 power 6 units mm cube. So that is the value. Finally, if you substitute in all this Z and M value, what is the F value? So F equals to M by Z. Now what is F value? You know M equal to 3.75 into 10 power 6 divided by 12 into 12.5 and 3.75. How much? 0.3 Newton per mm square. Is it right? Okay. Is it okay? So now let us try this one and check it in the software whether we are getting the same values or not. This stress value. So this time I'm going to use the new software. I'm going to use the StatPro software, and we'll see whether we are going to get the values or not in this software, because already we have discussed about the ETABS software. You can do it in ETABS also. You can also do it in ETABS by simply creating one simple beam and applying the load and finding out the state of stress. That you can do it in ETABS also. So you will also cover what is there in the StatPro, how to model it. You can see, go through this one also. So here I'll go to the new project and I'm going to give some stress calculation. Okay. So I'm going to share the screen. So here I am going to go to the new project and I am going to give the file name stress. and I'm going to save it in one of the folder that I use it for MTech. Geetam MTech in MTech this folder. So somewhere in between the folder I have kept it over there, and then I'm creating a new file and just click on the finish. So this is your StatPro screen where you can see this one. These are the icons over there, the toolbars which are available over here. So here I can close this grid system. I will close the grid system, and you have the coordinate system over here. So our beam span, you can see the coordinate axis as x, y, and z. Y is upwards. X and y are the x and z are the plane. So I'm going to give the coordinates on the right side. You can see that there is a node and there is a box x, y, z, which is which indicates in meters. Okay, so here I'm going to give 0, 0, 0 first. As you know that StatPro is completely with the nodes. Without nodes, you cannot create any beams. Okay, so here I'm going to create the node, first node, and the second node along x. I'm going to give 3, 0, 0. Then I got two nodes at a distance of 3 meters. So this 3 meters, these are the two nodes, and I can click on I can use the add beam cursor over here, which is there at the top over here, add beam cursor. So you can click on the add beam cursor and connect the first node and the second node. Connect the first node and the second node. Once you add the first and the second node, the beam will be created here in StatPro. Okay, where in ETABS what you have to do, you can also create the first and the second node, and you can connect there also. In ETABS also you can do it by selecting on the blank. There are options like creating grid, and also blank option will be there in ETABS. You can click on the blank option, and in that you can create the nodes. Draw option will be there. Go to the draw option, and create node option will be there. Okay, so whatever I'm doing, you have to do it in ETABS. Whatever I'm doing it over here, you have to do in the ETABS, and you have to submit that one also. Okay, once you complete this adding of the beam, in STAAD you will go with the general, and in general you have the property option, and you have to give the section size by clicking on the defined option over here. There is an option over here, defined, and rectangle, go to the rectangle and give the dimensions over here. YD is 0.5 and Z is 0.3. That is what we have selected, the section size. అంతే కదా, అదే సెలెక్ట్ చేసాం కదా. 5 and 0.3 is what we have selected, and then click on add and close. So you assign that to this member and click on the assign option and click on the assign. So the member is assigned. And now the supports, you have an option over here, supports option. Click on the support option, and then you have create the support option. Go to create support option and click on fixed. Click on add, and this fixed support will be created. So select the fixed support and select both the ends by using control button. To select both the nodes simultaneously, you have to use control button and drag a rubber band at both the ends. You will be able to select both the nodes. So once you select both the nodes, click on assign to the selected nodes, click on assign and say yes. Okay, this is the supports. These are the two supports that have been created, right? Next, after creating the beam and the supports, then you have to give the loading over here, right? For the loading, you have the option in STAAD, load and definition option. Click on this load and definition option, and then you have to click on the load case details. click on the load case details and click on add. So once you click on add, it is going to ask you the primary load cases. So here you can select the live load, because 10 kilonewton per meter is a live load. It's not the dead load. So I'm just selecting the live load option over here and giving the title as the live load, that is LL. Click on add and close. So once you give this one load case, again click on the load case and click on the add option. This time the same add button you have clicked, but this time the window is different. Initially the window was the load case window. The second case, it is load items. You can see the title of this window is load items. That is, there are different types of loadings. In civil engineering, we have point load, we have uniformly distributed loads, you have trapezoidal loading, you have pressure loads. All these are different loads that will be available in this load items. So our case is a uniformly distributed load. So that comes under the member load. So there is an option over here, member load. Click on the member load, and then there is an option uniform force, first option only. There you have to give -10. So in ETAP, no need to give minus sign. It will automatically go in the downward direction. But in StatPro, you have to give minus sign. Click on add and close. Then select the load case, select the member, and click on assign to assign the load. So this is 10 kilonewton load that we have given. And here you can also reduce the scale by using this option particularly. And then you can reduce the distance force so that it will be to the proper scale. So this is the load. Now your loading is ready. Your member is been assigned with the section size of 300 into 500 mm, and then you have to go for the analysis. You have to go for the analysis part. So to go for the analysis part, you have to click on the analysis print button, and you can use no print or click on all and say add and close. So once you add this analysis part, and the software will analyze it by clicking on analysis and run analysis option. If you click on run analysis, automatically the software will run the analysis and give the results. So the model has been analyzed. Now you can see the bending moment over here. First, let us check with the bending moment diagram. So this is the bending moment diagram that we got, and we'll see what is the value of this bending moment by going to the post-processing option. In StatPro, we have to go to the post-processing option to see the bending moment values. So once you click on this one, it will ask for what load case you want to check the bending moment diagrams and all the other values. So here we have only created one load case. So by default, it is going to be with 1. Just click on apply and say OK. Okay. So this is another window where you can see the results of this beam. You can see the results of this beam. So this is your deflection. Initially, it will show the deflection diagram. So how did I increase the scale of this diagram? You have to use control and scroll mouse, so that the diagram, you can see that it is going to increase and decrease. Control plus scroll with the mouse up and down, so that you can see it properly. Okay. So this is the deflection diagram, and you have on the right side, you have the table over here. Go to the summary, and you can see the deflections are not there at the supports. So the deflections are at the midpoint somewhere, which is 0.03. Okay. So now there is an option out there at the left side. There is an option called beam. Click on the beam, and then you can see the values over there, the bending moment values, that it is coming as at the ends, it is coming as 7.5. You can see on the table, in the table, it is 7.5. Can you see? Table lo 7.5 undi chusara. Is it correct or wrong? 7.5 is at the ends actually. 7.5 is at the ends. In the middle, how much you got? 3.75 into 2. 7.5. Right? So it is correct only. Right? So at the middle, how can you see the bending moment values? There is actually, if you double click on this beam, you will get this window. Just a second. Madam, చెప్పండి. ఎక్కడ ఉన్నారు మీరు? 314 లో 315 లో ఉన్నారా? వచ్చేస్తున్నారండి, పంపిస్తున్నాను స్టూడెంట్. అవుతుంది, క్లాస్ అవుతుంది, పంపిస్తున్నాను స్టూడెంట్. 315కి వెళ్ళండి. వస్తున్నారు మేడం, స్టూడెంట్ వస్తున్నారు. 315కి వెళ్ళండి. 315 ఫస్ట్ స్టేర్ కేస్ ఎక్కగానే ఇట్ సైడ్ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఇట్ సైడ్ పైన బోర్డు ఉంటుంది చూడు, 315. దిస్ ఇస్ 112 కదా, సెకండ్ ఫ్లోర్. ఇమీడియట్ గా స్టేర్ కేస్ ఉంటుంది చూడు, 315కి వెళ్ళి ఫాస్ట్ వెళ్ళి. మేడం వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నారు. So what happens is, this is another window. If you double click on the beam, it said ఇలా వెళ్తున్నాడా? So if you double click on this beam, this window will come. Over here there is an option called shear bending. You can see that there is a geometry, property, loading, shear bending and deflection. Okay, let us wait for him to come. Once he comes, we'll just take a break for 2 minutes. I'll continue from here. Okay, so let us continue from here. Yeah, it's fine. So let us continue from here. So to see the bending moment value, you have to double click on the beam. Once you double click on the beam, this is the window that you're going to get. And when you're getting this window, there is an option called shear bending. Click on the shear bending and you can see the bending moment values over here. So you can see that 7.5 is at the end. 7.5 is at the end. But what about at the middle? What is the bending moment at the center? How do you find that? So there is an option over here, distance. Okay. So if you type the distance over here, then you can see the bending moment and the shear force at that distance. So now the distance is how much? 1.5. So at 1.5, what is the bending moment value? You're getting 3.75. So we have calculated it in the previous slide. We have calculated it, right? So we got the same value, 3.75. So far as for the bending moment, it is fine. Next, you have to go to the stress. Below the force, there is a option called stress. So go to the stress value and then click on the beam. You will get the stress diagram over here. Okay, so you can see the beam and the stresses at the four corners. So the stresses at the four corners are 0.6. So this 0.6 at what distance? This 0.6 is at what distance? Because without that you will not identify it again properly. So you can see on this side there is a small window here. Select the section plan, and you can see this blue color icon, that is the length of the member along the length from 0 to 3 meters. You can see that it is from 0 to 3 meters. So if you scroll it, you can see that there is an yellow color over here. You can see this one, this diagram. There is an yellow color. So the location of the stresses are at this location. Presently, it is at this location. Okay, where the yellow color is there you are seeing the stresses. Now, if I type the distance of here as 1.5, because I want to see the stresses at the center. Okay, I'll type 1.5. And now you can see that it is moving to the center. Did you see it is moving to the center? And at the center, you can see this legend over here, 0.3, 0.3, and 0.3 is what we got the stresses. Okay. So these 0.3, 0.3 and 0.3 and 0.3 are at what distance? Exactly at the center. You can see a small green color point is there at the center. Now that point you have again axis over here, y-axis and z-axis are there. That y and z-axis, you can type the distance of here. For example, y, you want it at the edge. So at the edge means how much? It is 25 centimeters. So at 25 centimeters, it is at the edge, it is 0.3. If I give 20 centimeters, see the green pointer is there, which is coming over here. Can you see that? The stress value at that location is 0.24. Can you see there is a 0.24 value? If it is 25, then it is 0.3. If it is 15, then it is 0.18. If it is 0, then the stress value at the center is 0. Okay, so this y value, when it is 0 at the center, it is the stress value at the center is 0. When you are giving the distance as 25, then the stress value is 0.3. And at the end point and at the edges also it is 0.3. Right? Now, if I move this yellow color, whatever is there, if you keep on moving it, you can see the stresses in that barcode also. It is showing the variation. If you move like that, it is continuously changing. The stresses in that particular member is changing. See, it is slowly, when I'm going to the end, the stress values are reducing and slowly increasing and reducing, and then again it is increasing. Okay, so at this end it is 0.6. The stress value at the end is 0.6, and at the center it is 0.3, and at this end it is 0.6. Understood? So the stresses will depend upon what? The stresses will depend upon moment. Very good. So the stresses will depend upon moment. So m by I equals to F by Y. So using that equation, manually we have calculated the stress values, and also we have found the same values in the software also. So the same exercise you should do it in ETABS software. Maybe in ETABS you will not get this screen, but if you click on the beam, there will be a chart for the stress chart will be there. That stress chart you can take a screenshot and upload it. So that will be the assignment. So this is the basic thing that we use this m by I value. That value we have already used it in that m by I equation, m by I equals to F by Y. That is a derivation that we have already done in BTech. BTech lo chesam kada adi. You remember that? And we have also done some problems on that. The same problems I am doing it in the software.